Good morning children. Today we are going to discuss about solubility of solids in liquids. Solubility is defined as maximum amount of solute that can be dissolved in a specified amount of solvent at a specified temperature. This solubility depends on nature of solute, nature of solvent, temperature and pressure. Now let's focus on solubility of solids in liquids. A solute can be dissolved in a solvent only when the solute-solvent, solute-solute, solvent-solvent intermolecular force of interactions are similar. In general, we can say like dissolves like. A polar solute will be dissolved in a polar solvent. For example, if you take sodium chloride, that is polar in nature, so it will be dissolved in a polar solvent, that is water. And a non-polar solute can be dissolved in a non-polar solvent. For example, anthracene being non-polar can be dissolved in a non-polar solvent, that is benzene. When a solute is added to a solvent, concentration of solute in the solution increases. This process is known as dissolution. When more and more solute are added to that solution, a saturation stage will be reached. When the system has attained saturation, no more solute can be dissolved in that solution at a given temperature. So saturated solution can be defined as no more solute can be dissolved in that solution at a given temperature. So if you take a saturated solution, in that when I am going to add little more amount of solute particles, number of solute particles that is getting dissolved will be equal to number of solute particles precipitating out. This is because the saturated solution, there exists a dynamic equilibrium. In saturated solution, there exists a dynamic equilibrium between number of solute particles going into the solution and the number of solute particles precipitating out. In class 11, in the equilibrium chapter, we have learned when the system is at equilibrium, concentration of concentration of reactants and products will remain constant. Similarly, if you take a saturated solution, it has attained a dynamic equilibrium. So concentration of solute in the saturated solution will remain constant. And a saturated solution will contain maximum amount of solute that can be dissolved in a given amount of solvent at a specified temperature. And that gives the solubility of that solute in that solvent at a given temperature. Now let's see the effect of temperature. If a solute has to be dissolved in a solvent, energy is required to break the existing bonds between solute-solute and solvent-solvent. And that energy required will be released when new bonds are formed between solute and solvent. If you take a exothermic reaction. In that, energy released when new bonds are formed between solute and solvent will be greater than energy required to break the existing bonds between solute and solvent. So in an exothermic reaction, heat will be present at the product side. So when I increase the temperature, system at equilibrium will favor the reactant side. So in general we can say, in an exothermic reaction, increase in temperature will decrease the solubility. But in the case of endothermic reaction, energy released when new bonds are formed between solute and solvent will be lesser than energy required to break the bonds between solute and solvent. So in the case of endothermic reaction, heat will be present at the reactant side. So when I increase the temperature, system at equilibrium will favor the product side. So in general we can say, with increase in temperature, system will favor the solubility, or with increase in temperature, solubility will increase. Now let's see the effect of pressure. We know both solids and liquids are highly incompressible. So solubility of solids in liquids will remain unaffected by pressure. So note down the points regarding solubility of solids in liquids. Go through the NCERT and learn accordingly. Thank you.